Right, we're ready to get off the ship now. Do you know where we're going? Juneau? It's Juneau. Hi fellow travelers, welcome aboard the Royal Princess. We are currently on our 7-day southbound voyage of the Glacier's cruise. Today we are docked at Juneau, the state capital of Alaska. We booked an organized excursion through the cruise line, and I know what you're thinking. Yes, it's more expensive than going with a third-party shuttle, but with limited time in the port and quite a few places we want to see today, we decided it was worth the extra cost just so that we can fit everything in. The first part of our excursion is Mendenhall Glacier. We hopped onto a double-decker bus for the 30 minutes transfer. Well, welcome to Mendenhall Glacier. From here, you can already see the glacier from a distance. But for now, we are going to walk along the Nugget Falls trails. At the end of the trail, we will find the Nugget Falls, and it's the closest possible you can get to the glacier. So let's go. Wow. So a minute into the trail, you'll see a sign pointing to the right to continue to the photo point and Nugget Falls. So soon you will come to a junction where the left takes you to the photo point and the right is the Nugget Falls. So at the beginning of the trail, it mentioned that it is a 23 minutes walk on rugged surface. And here we've got a plaque commemorating Romeo. The spirit of Juneau's friendly black wolf lives on in this wild place. Well, so we have come to the end of the trail. We're now walking down to this beach where we can see the waterfalls just in front of us. Look how dramatic it is. Right, so here we are at Nugget Falls. Here is the closest you can get to a glacier without some special permit or anything like that. This is actually not the best place to look at the glaciers. We're going to go back to the photo point later to see that. But you can see the glacier a little bit, just the top bit of it. So we've made it to the base of Nugget Falls. And honestly, being here in person is just incredible. You can hear the roar of the water before you even get close. But once you're standing right next to it, it just hits you. The mist in the air, the wind coming off the falls, is loud, powerful and completely alive. Nugget Falls is a two-tiered waterfall that drops about 377 feet in 2 stages. And just down here by the beach, the scenery is unreal. We even saw a few people out kayaking on Mendenhall Lake. I mean, what a way to experience this landscape. You might have noticed that the glacier is a bit tucked off to the side from here. But don't worry, that amazing full-on view is coming up soon at photo point. For now though, just soak up Nugget Falls. It's seriously awesome. Wow, Nugget Falls turned out to be really amazing after all. If you've been enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled. That way, you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. Now we're gonna head back to the visitor center to get a good view of the glacier. Well, the sun has come out and we're walking back towards the visitor center. But first, we'll be doing the photo point trail. You do get a really good view of the glaciers from here. We'll walk to the end to try to get the best view of it. The thing with this kind of excursion is that you only get 90 minutes here, so you got to rush around a bit, which is a bit of a shame. Right, we've made it to the photo point, and this is the spot for that postcard perfect view of Mendenhall Glacier. It's wild to think that just 70 years ago, where we are standing now was actually buried under the glacier itself. It's been retreating since the 1950s and has pulled back more than a mile and a half. So now we're in the visitor center. If the weather is bad, you can get a good view of the glaciers from here as well. Let me show you the view from here. From here, you get a good view of the whole site. You can now see why from the Nugget Falls, you can't really see the glacier. But from the photo point, yes, you get a magnificent view of it. Right, it's time to get back onto our bus. So the shuttle has delivered us right back to the tram station. We're now gonna take the Juneau tramway to go up to Mount Roberts. Here's the entrance. Right. When you have these tickets, you exchange a ticket here at the cruise ship voucher exchange.
The ride up Mount Roberts on the Goldbelt Tram only takes about 5 minutes, but is packed with some amazing views. Pretty quickly, you can see the cruise ships down at the port looking tiny. It's a steep climb. You gain almost 1800 feet in just a few minutes, but the rise is super smooth.
Well, that was a spectacular tram ride. So we're now up here on Mount Roberts. We're gonna have a look around. It's a bit of a museum here. It's lovely sunshine here at the top of Mount Roberts. Just walking around and checking out these totem poles. There's another one over here. Well, we find more totem poles. So from the tramway stop, there's a little hike that you can go. It takes about 15 minutes, goes all the way up, and supposedly there should be really great view of the surroundings. So let's go. It's almost mid-June now, but up here, even though it's so sunny, you can actually still see snow around. Wow. Gorgeous view on a beautiful day. It's crazy, we are so far high up. I have to say, this reminded me of Norwegian fjords, particularly the Pulpis Rock. We have a very similar view to this. So we have reached the top of this Mount Roberts trail,
And just look at these views. Right across from us is Douglas Island, and the stretch of water in between is the Gastino Channel. And down there, you've got all these cruise ships. And then beyond that, it's just layers and layers of mountains stretching into the distance. Honestly, standing up here really makes you feel like you're on top of the world.
It's now time to get back down with the tram. Oh, there is a really long line now in the afternoon. Well, welcome to Juneau, the capital of Alaska. So if you haven't booked your excursion before coming here, you can get your tour here. Well, today there are lots of ships in town. There is a Northern by Holland America, and over here we got a Majestic Princess. They are basically doing the same itinerary as us, but they're going northbound from Vancouver to Whittier. And the two ships meet here in the middle. Wow, look at this magnificent totem pole. Really colorful.
As we've still got a couple of hours before the all aboard time, we're gonna check out a bit more of Juneau, including a visit to the state capitol building. It's pretty cool to think that this small city is actually the capital of the whole state.
Well, just in front of the state's capital is a big brown bear statue. It was installed here to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Alaskan statehood. Well, then you got this statue of William Seward in front of the Alaskan state capitol. Wow, there's some very interesting information displayed here about the history of Alaska, how William Seward, the Secretary of State back then, bought Alaska for $7 million only. That was probably the steal of the century. According to our tour guide earlier, this is the 50th most beautiful state capital in the United States. Right, the state capitol is actually open and you could go in to have a look. So let's do that. Well, this is the Senate chambers of the state of Alaska. It's quite small. Over here, you have the Speaker's chambers. Finally, we're gonna check out the House of Representatives here. This is a bit bigger. The House of Representatives of the state of Alaska. Just outside, there is kind of a Liberty Bell here. Well, it's time to get back onto our ship now. I hope you enjoyed today's adventure. If you would like to see more of our Alaska adventure, click on one of these videos to watch next. See you over there. Ciao. Wow, sun's out finally. And I got a mango daiquiri. Well, is it worth getting a balcony? Look at the view.